Alright, please open your foldable. What we're going to learn how to do today is we're going to learn how to classify triangles two different ways. We're going to classify by angles, and then we're going to classify by sides. Are you guys ready? So there are three ways to classify, well, four kind of. There are three ways to classify a triangle by its angles. So if every angle of a triangle measures less than 90 degrees, it is an acute triangle. If it's less than 90, it's an acute triangle. And you're probably going to need a ruler or a protractor, so I would get those out because we're going to practice drawing them. You might want to use straight lines.
I don't have any.
Yes, baby. It's in the third drawer. Can you get one for each person and not break my ruler?
Oh, speaking of rulers, I took 2 of yours and I gave it.
Please stop taking my things.
Listen, I returned them. So, really take it. I take them by mistake.
Alright, so here is my triangle. We're going to draw an example of each kind. We're going to say that this measure is 40. This measure is 60. So what does this measure have to be? What does it have to be? 80. Yes. This has to be 80. Now, if this is 40 and this is 60, the other measure has to be 80. Because what is the total sum of a triangle? 180. So 40 plus 60 is?
80.
Oh my God, Mazzaro, where are you?
You said 40 plus 60. It's 80.
It's 180. It's 100.
It's 100. Thank you so much.
And then plus 6.
Oh dear God.
And then plus 80 is 180.
Plus 80 is 180. So this is an acute triangle because every angle is less than 90. Alright, next. If the triangle contains a 90-degree angle, it is a right triangle. What is wrong with you? Alright, so if the triangle contains a 90-degree angle, it is a right triangle. So let's draw a right triangle. Alright, what does this box right there mean? That it's 90. So if this is 90, what does the sum of the other two measures have to be?
90.
It has to be 90. Yep. So we could say that this is 35. And if that one's 35, what does this angle have to be?
I don't know that. I'm sorry.
45?
I don't know.
35.
90 minus 35.
No, 45.
No.
55.
55?
Let me go get a calculator, man.
55? Yeah,
There is no hope for the future.
Not really.
Okay. 60. Oh, and you got a calculator in front of you. What are you doing?
I forgot it was perfect. So 90 takes away 39.
Alright, so 90 plus 35 plus 55 is 180. The point of a triangle is that it's 180. Now, the final way that we can classify a triangle is if the triangle contains one angle that measures more than 90, it is an obtuse triangle. Take a point if you said obtuse. Okay, so it has to be more than 90. So it could look like this. And use a ruler to make your lines straight.
Because your line's just.
I know. But you can keep making comments and we can see what really happens. Okay.
I like her line.
Alright, so if this is 115 degrees, that can be my only obtuse angle. And if I say that this is 40 degrees, what? Now please, for the love of all things good and holy, don't just scream out numbers. Mazzaro, breathe before you say anything. Everybody add 115 plus 40.
65.
65.
Oh my God. I just want you to add 115 and 40.
Oh, 155.
Okay, now do 180 minus 155.
140.
It's
5. 40.
25.
25.
He said, so said 3.
I said 25.
This is why we can't have nice things. Alright, so what is one thing that we learned from this part of our lesson?
That we're dumb.
That we can't do basic math. Okay, that we need to use calculators, but what else did we learn?
The difference between up to
The sum of a triangle is 180. Take a point, Aubrey.
It's always going to be 180.
Good job, Aubrey.
Oh, wow.
Common sense, John.
Something that you don't have.
Stop.
You don't have it either?
The sum of a triangle is 180 degrees. If it's acute, all of the angles must be less than what?
90.
If 1 degree is 90, what kind of triangle is it?
Right.
If one angle is more than 90, what kind of triangle is it? Okay, guys, let's try that again. If one angle is more than 90, what kind of triangle is it? Obtuse. Stop that. Okay, we're going to skip the questions until the end. Are we ready to go down to sides? Okay, so this part is going to talk about side measures. Is everybody ready? Okay, and there's 3 ways that you can classify this. If each of the 3 sides of a triangle are equal, so 3 sides are equal, and 3 measures are 60 for the angles, it is an equilateral triangle. And you spell that EQUILATERAL, equilateral triangle. Well, spell it like this because this is how you actually spell it.
Tequila.
Stop. Alright, so if all of them are congruent, if it looks like this, and it has a little ticky where all of these are congruent, that means that it's an equilateral. So draw a triangle and put the tickies. Alright, if a triangle has at least 2 sides of the same length, 2 sides of the same length, and the 2 angles have the same measure, then the triangle is an isosceles. You guys learned this in like the 3rd grade, so I need you to retain some knowledge. And please spell it correctly. So isosceles means 2 of the sides are congruent. It could look like this. And we would put tickies. 1 here and 1 here. Those 2 are congruent, which means they have the same what?
Side. Slope.
It tells you in the definition the same length. Alright, so if these 2 are the same length, then these angles are also congruent. So put half moons on that. For the top one, all of your angle measures would be congruent.
I think this last one got like 150 mark.
Okay.
If a triangle has 3 sides that are all different lengths, they are all different lengths, and the angles are all different measures, it is a scalene triangle. Because she retains knowledge, and you learned this in the 3rd grade.
Oh, yeah.
I
slept through 3rd, 2nd,
I remember like isotopes.
2nd, 3rd, 4th grade.
Okay.
Is that like the
So I remember that. Those are my best grades, too.
What, sweetie? Obtuses with angles. Right here, we're classifying by sides. So scalene could look like this. You could have a small one, and an extremely long one, and then a shorter one. And none of those are congruent. And we could prove it by saying that this is 5, this is 11, and this is 12.
I mean, what about the sides? I mean, I know they can't be completely the same, but like the sides is. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? Okay. Now, let's go answer the questions in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, can a right triangle be isosceles?
Yes. No.
Yes, it can.
Oh.
Because you have a right triangle, right? That means that these two have to have a sum of 90. So you could just cut it in half and you could have two 45 angles. So yes, it can be isosceles. Can it also be scaling?
No.
Is this scaling here?
No.
All the angles are different. All the side measures are different. Yes, this can be scaling.
What?
Can an obtuse triangle be isosceles?
Yeah.
Yes, it can. Because remember, we had 115 here, right? We could take this and just cut it in half and have the same angle measure. So an obtuse triangle can be isosceles. Can it also be scaling?
No.
Yes, it can be.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you confused on, Pumpkin?
We're literally just naming triangles.
Miss Arrow?
I get it though. I get it.
In the top drawer of this tower. Alright, can an equilateral triangle be isosceles? Yes, it can be, because the definition of isosceles is at least two sides of the same length, so it could be more than that. And, can it be scaling? No, because they all have to be the same. Yep, you'll need to watch the video to get the rest.
Okay.
Are you ready to do some examples?
Yes.
Let's do this. Go to the next page.
Okay.
24B. We're almost there. We're almost done.
Oh my God.
Right here in the notebook.
Why you handing so aggressively?
We don't have it.
Because he's frustrated that Brian can't just turn the page.
Come on, Gustavo.
That who can't turn the page?
Brian.
Gustavo.
Graham. Gustavo. Whoever he is.
Gustavo, 'cause
Because he's Gustavo.
you don't look like a break. This name just doesn't fit you. Change to Gustavo.
No, you just flip one. You just flip one page. You flipped two.
Me?
Come on, Gustavo.
Right, you just flip one page.
Come on,
She called me Gustavo.
Alright, example 1. Classify each each triangle by the angles.
Hold on. Wait.
Alright, so it can either be acute, obtuse, right, or the fancy one, equiangular.
What?
Oh, so it's equivalent and triangular.
Oh. That dope.
All the angles are congruent.
Wait, what?
All the angles are congruent.
Equal and triangular, right?
Yes.
I just got knowledge.
Look how Pennywise.
Alright, so A, this is what your first triangle is going to look like. Draw this triangle.
What if I draw it straight instead of?
Thank you so much. Alright, this is going to be 20. This is going to be... What do I want that to be?
35.
No.
25. That's a big.
I want it to be 75. And so that's 95. 180 minus 95 is 85. What kind of triangle is this?
That is a.
It is acute. Why is it acute?
Because all of them are less than 90.
All of them are less than 90.
Guess what? The size of the difference on that for that is a.
Stop trying to be
We're
smart.
only classifying it by the angles.
It doesn't work well.
That's it. That's all we're doing.
Okay, mine's not slowing.
Alright, B. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Examples, because I forgot to write these down this morning. I know, I'm slacking over here. I made the first part of your notes though, right?
Yeah.
That's still a neg. Push up. That's a push up right
I said shut your face, tater tot. I would not lie to you. Alright, 95 degrees. Draw this one. 95 degrees, 46 degrees, and
You can't do simple math.
39. I can get a calculator. Y'all can't do simple math with calculators in front of you. What you talking about, Tater?
That would be obtuse
Why is it obtuse?
because it is.
I think it's still good. You can just twist around.
Well, is this one more than 90? This 95 degree angle?
Means it's over 90.
Yep, so that means it is
Obtuse.
obtuse.
I got 3 because I had maybe taken 2.
And last one like this. This one's going to be fancy.
And cute. Like they showed you.
It's so hysterical how she made ABC a triangle.
That's
That is a right triangle.
That's what?
That is a right triangle.
No, it's not. There's not a right angle.
equilateral.
Equiangular.
Equiangular.
Angle fish.
I want to see the angle.
How do you say it?
How do you
Equiangular.
Wayne, just say Wrangler.
No, don't ignore him. Alright, last example and then homework. Y'all ready?
That's it.
Hey, the day was about fast though.
Well, this isn't it. We have to do it.
Sorry.
We have to do example 2.
Oh,
I want to do it again.
Alright, example 2. Classify each triangle by the sides. So this time, instead of acute, obtuse, right, or equiangular, what are we going to use? What did we just write down? Flip the paper over.
Scaling, isosceles, or equilateral.
Equilateral. Good. Take a point. So those are the ones that we're going to use this time. For our first problem, problem A. What do I want to do?
Why are you judging her work?
Like, it looks big though.
Probably not having it.
I was gonna close the door. She's like, no.
Don't make weird sounds. Hector?
What is this?
Isosceles.
Isosceles. Do we agree or disagree with Eric?
I agree.
Why is it isosceles? Because these two tickies say that it's the same.
Miss Abbey, when we do the test, are you gonna get us on how to spell it?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Tripping now, sure.
No. One day you're going to have to go to a job and be able to spell
Isosceles.
any word.
I can spell predicament.
I'm trying to say your name pretty well.
P-E-R.
No.
predicament.
No. No.
What did you say?
Next triangle.
I listen to country music sometimes.
Congratulations.
Scaling.
Scaling. Why is it scaling?
The size of it.
All the sides are different, right?
Why would
I just said I listen to it, don't mean I like it. I like some of them. What do?
Never stop.
I didn't say anything. I just breathed.
Breathing in my house is a insult.
We not in your house.
She's like, I don't breathe things. She's like, what did you say?
All right, example 3. We have time. We can do this. And then homework. Example 3 and then homework. Let's do this.
I already have.
I'm a failure.
All right, so find x and the measures of the unknown sides. I'm excited about these problems. Hmm?
That's space.
Anyways, on that. So not mine,
See what she would be sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what do the tickies mean about those two sides? They're the same, they're congruent. So what would we do with these parts? Set them equal. Take a point. Set them equal. So you would say 3x minus 4 equals 2x plus 7. Now, how would I move this 2x over here with a 3x? Subtract 2x. Nazero, you only combine like terms when they're on the same side.
Okay. My bad.
Alright, then what would we do? Add 4. So what does x equal? 11. And how do we get 11?
Because we added 4 plus 7.
Yes. Any questions? Okay, now are we done or do we have to do something else?
Yeah, plug it in.
We have to plug it in. So to find ln, we would say 3 times 11 minus 4, right? What's 3 times 11?
33.
And what's 33 minus 4? 29. Hallelujah, someone's alive. Take a point. Do we need to plug it into the other side to make sure we did it right?
No.
I think we should. Alright, so for mn, we would say 2 times 11 plus 7. What's 2 times 11?
2 times 22.
And what's 22 plus 7?
22 plus 7.
29. Did we do it right? If they're the same, then we did it right. Are we ready to go to the next one?
Yeah.
Can y'all stop talking, please? It's just kind of like a... yeah. Can you stop it? Thanks. Because then you're going to miss this, and then you're not going to know how to do it on the test, and then I'm going to freak out. I'm glad that you can write and talk at the same time. All right, uno más? Or do you want to go ahead and have your homework?
Okay, homework.
Homework, let's do this. You do it the same way we just did this. It's going to be the same thing. It's crazy that I teach you an entire lesson and then give you a homework on that lesson. What?
Mind blown.
Alright, let's call this 24C. 24C on the right hand side. Did you just yell outside of my classroom?
Yeah, my friend passed by.
Stop that.
Oh.
That's -1 for your team.
Bro! I get all these points, but you don't make us say my point. I'll hit you and go, I do love that. Eric's not a part of that anymore.
I'll gain another point. Don't worry.
Get it together. We had 5, and now you're on it. Now we stuck with some funky 4 points.
I'll do it.
No, don't write it. You better up. just say home kick.
Homework? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't look.
Y'all are a bunch of heifers.
Oh,
Do you know what a heifer is?
It's a female cow. Stay over there.
I googled it.
Female cat?
So what's a male cow? Heifer?
No.
It's just,
It's a bull.
that's the difference.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
See? What, mister?
Okay.
Nick. Why you calling me? That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, you like you live in a different time period.
It's because he doesn't know my name.
You know her name? That's
Miss Asbury, bro.
You know, I like more complex.
Call it a blueberry.
Oh. I keep
Yes.
remembering that.
Raspberry sounds kind
Sounds kind of what?
of nothing.
Alright, so on number B, would you set all of these equal to each other or just two of them?
You said all of them.
Just two of them, not all of them. Just two of them. Because the ticky marks mean that they're congruent. Now, over here on A, would you set 9x minus 1 equal to this?
No.
No, because that's not where the ticky marks are. Set the ticky marks equal to each other. Does everybody understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's not stupid. It's just
If you can clean up your tower.